If you do a search for how beliefs create your reality, you'll see everything from science-backed journals to spirituality. And like anything else, you'll see the ones who say that your beliefs create your reality, and those who vote against the notion. Now, I do believe that our beliefs affect our reality. In fact, I would go as far as to say that the beliefs you currently hold are actually costing you your future, but not in the way that you've been led to believe. Now, there are three very important things to understand about beliefs. The first is that our beliefs set our expectations. The second is that our beliefs highly influence our behavior. And third, and definitely not the last, but our beliefs shape our identity. Now let's take a little step back and define beliefs according to Webster's dictionary. According to Webster, beliefs are 1, a state or habit of mind in which trust or confidence is placed in some person or thing, or 2, something that is accepted, considered to be true, or held as an opinion, something believed. Now, one of the definitions I love for beliefs comes from Esther Hicks, and it is that beliefs are thoughts that we consistently think. A friend and mentor of mine says it this way. He says that it doesn't matter if a thought or a belief is true, it only matters if it's useful. The actions and behaviors you do on a regular basis make up who you are. In fact, they absolutely form your identity. And if you were to trace those behaviors and actions back to beliefs, you would see if those beliefs are actually accumulating to the qualities of the person that you actually want to see yourself be in the future. You see, as human beings, we seek congruence, right? If we identify as a particular type of person, we will actively seek to be congruent in our beliefs and our actions and our behaviors that literally qualify us as that person. If I believe I'm an athlete, that drives a certain level of performance that's very different than somebody who identifies as just somebody who works out to feel good. Now, if you identify as someone who is adventurous and you have a thirst for life and new experiences, most likely you'd choose to go on an epic hike on a Saturday afternoon instead of sitting inside and watching a movie. Now, when it comes to changing our behaviors and changing our beliefs, trying to actively reverse and rewire thoughts and beliefs can be extremely arduous. Now, if you've tried to flip a thought or turn negative thoughts into positive thoughts, most likely you've experienced the effect of feeling as if those positive thoughts are so far out of reach because they're not congruent with who the current version of ourselves are. So instead of starting with trying to combat thoughts and beliefs, start with identifying the person you want to be. When you strive to become someone and naturally move towards that identity, you'll seek congruence in behaviors and actions that will compile and accumulate to you being that person you identify as. If you decide to assume the identity of a fit and healthy person, you'll be more likely to do things that align with that mentality and identity. If you want to be someone who's a successful coach, you will likely start to think and act in a way that fosters having a successful coaching business. One of the reasons you believe what you believe is because you've accumulated evidence over time to support that notion. Now, when you assume a new identity or when you define the person you want to be in the future and begin to act and behave in that way, you effectively start to accumulate new evidence. So instead of, again, trying to combat all the thoughts and emotions and different things in order to become someone new, as you act in a way that's congruent with this new identity, you start to form and establish evidence that supports this new person you see yourself as. Author James Clear says this beautifully. Whatever your identity is right now, you only believe it because you have proof of it. If you go to church every Sunday for 20 years, you have evidence that you are religious. Now, while changing your beliefs and trying to flip all of your beliefs can be a very challenging way to change and to become someone new, starting with focusing on becoming an individual and assuming the identity of the person you want to be can in fact really help you to shape and be the person by acting in a way that's congruent and having the supportive behaviors and actions and thoughts that are in alignment with this new version of who you want to be. I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below. Have you tried to create change by assuming a new identity? Have you experienced frustration with trying to reverse thoughts and think positively to combat negative thoughts? I'd love to hear what your experience is. So again, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little bell that notifies you every time a new episode goes live. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.